welcome back once again. It's the weekly Pro Wrestling Rush. This is episode 7 now. I'm joined by Matt Shadis, and Steven Lane has once again returned this week to join us again. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's going on, guys? Back again to discuss the world of pro wrestling. Actually, we don't discuss much of the world of pro wrestling because we don't discuss TNA and much of that unless it comes up. But I haven't watched TNA in a while. I don't know about you guys. No. So, pretty much this episode we're going to go over the Raw for Monday night. It was a letdown for a lot of people because none other than Dave Meltzer let out the big rumor that CM Punk was going to show up in Chicago. Matt, you said on an earlier episode that he was going to show up. What did you guys think of that whole rumor? Did you believe that he was going to show up? I thought maybe 50-50.
I thought he was going to show up after Meltzer broke the news. Yeah.
I figured when Meltzer broke it, it was the real deal, but I don't know.
But I was always saying that CM Punk was. I was always on the way of saying he's not coming back. I was always kind of believing that it wasn't a story.
Right. Matt, are you hearing this? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not ruling anything out until April 6th, because, I mean, who knows what could happen before then, but it's not looking like he's coming back.
It doesn't seem like...
That's what I said. I said this week was, I mean, if he's not back for a Chicago show, I don't see him back, so I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, so... I think the same thing. I just don't think he's coming back. A lot of sources close to him I've heard have said that he's not coming back. So, we'll see what unfolds. You know, there's always been crazier things happen. Even in the...
I wouldn't be surprised either way, honestly.
Well, it was kind of weird how the WWE didn't just totally just not acknowledge him. Like in the pre-show, Josh Matthews mentioned that Chicago was Punk's hometown. Like, what was that all about?
Yeah, why are they mentioning him?
I don't know why they're mentioning him, but that was weird to me.
That makes me think that he's coming back.
Yeah, that's what it makes me think too. That like they've got something going on here that we don't know about. That they're trying to outsmart us or something. But we really
Maybe he got hurt. You know, maybe it's just an injury thing. And
maybe it is.
Different things. Because I'm not going to say he's not coming back until Phil Brooks tells us that he's not coming back.
Right, and maybe it's just a downright fatigue thing, and Vince understands, and he's letting it roll.
Right. And Vince is usually the type that's like, he's done, you know, he's not coming back. But he's like, kind of like, okay with it.
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me, too. So, anyway, off to Raw. Raw kicked off with the mock CM Punk entrance by Paul Heyman. I pretty much knew that it wasn't going to be Punk coming out at that. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, he wasn't coming out at the beginning.
Yeah, I was thinking if they're going to have him come out, it's not going to be right off the bat, although they have done stuff like that before. What'd you think, Matt?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I paused a little bit when his music hit. And it played a little too long. And that's when you kind of figured that he's not coming back. I was hoping it was going to be Bad News Barrett. I thought that would have been hilarious.
Say that again.
I thought it was going to be Bad News Barrett that came out, not Paul Heyman. I thought that would have been great.
They were actually planning on that. On one of the segments, they planned on having Bad News Barrett claim there was some bad news. Have him come out when the song hits. That's what I heard was a report. I'd have liked that. I'd have liked that. Say what, Steven?
What the hell is he doing? He hasn't been on for 2 weeks. Like, come on.
Do something with the guy already, right?
Yes.
I agree with you. I agree there.
Dude, that's one of the best spots on Raw.
I think so, too.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah. So Raw kicked off with that. Heyman had a lot to say about Punk. He said he was They said he was too small to main event WrestleMania. He didn't have the look. He rebelled against the system too much. He blamed the fans pretty much for Punk not being there, and yeah, he says the fans need to accept lies and the truth stings. Also, he said the success was best when he was with Heyman. And he kind of blames The Undertaker, he said, and he'll get his revenge back with Brock beating him down for the streak. What'd you guys think of that?
It was a good promo.
My favorite line was, the WWE gives you everything you want except for the one thing that you want the most. I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was a good line. The WWE does do that a lot. Give you everything they want.
It was kind of like a wink and a nod at the people who are the IWC that are saying that this is not what we want.
Right. The internet wrestling community definitely does not want what they're giving us. So you're right there. Yeah, you're right there. So anyway, Brock ended up coming out. He said that Taker is scared of him. He mentioned that many have tried to conquer the streak. He brought up HBK, Triple H, and even CM Punk, he says, too, which is another, I don't know if this is some kind of plan or something, why they keep mentioning his name. But he says that all of them were failures, and he'll be the one to conquer the streak, which we know that's not true. Taker's not going to lose.
Not to Brock.
No, not to Brock. Not to anybody.
Wouldn't be surprised.
It's too long.
Before he wants to go out on a loss.
It's too long, and that streak's like just something that you shouldn't ever break.
Yeah, but Taker himself has said that he doesn't want to stay undefeated. He's going to put somebody over.
Well, it's not going to be Brock.
No, it's going to be some young buck.
Yeah, well, he might have said that in the past, but now it's looking that maybe that might not be the case.
Kurt Angle.
Let's work with Daniel Bryan.
I'd love to see him fight Kurt Angle at Mania for his last Mania.
Kurt Angle's supposed to come back later this year. That should be Undertaker's final WrestleMania match, Kurt Angle. That would be awesome.
Yeah, Angle is supposed to come back. I've heard the reports of that too.
Yeah.
But now the Sting reports are seeming like they might not be true either, so who knows?
Yeah, so what the hell's going on? Yeah, that's another topic for another day.
Yeah. So the next segment after all of that, we had Mark Henry come out and confront Brock. Brock just very quickly threw him in the steps, head first, hit him in the face with the steps, and then F5'd him through the table. This was pretty much the same kind of beatdown that he's already given Henry, was what I was thinking. Why not pick somebody else? Why do they keep throwing Henry out there to get the beatdown?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. He's already done that to him.
They should have brought, like, Big E out or something to confront him. Would have been cool.
Or Big Show.
Not Big Show. What do you think, Matt?
Your options are very limited at this point.
But why Henry? Why Henry again?
Well, you need somebody who's an imposing figure for Brock to keep destroying. And after Mark Henry, who do you got that's not in a storyline? It can't be Cena. He can't destroy Kane. He can't beat up on Big Show. Who's the other big guy that you're going to put out there?
What about Big E?
Big E's in a thing with somebody else right now, isn't he?
He could have stepped out and tried to prove himself or something. Not really yet. He's got the thing with Cesaro and Swagger maybe, but that they haven't really mentioned that he has a solid match.
Yeah, but he was in 2 segments already that night.
Okay.
Their bottom line is their options are really limited when it comes to somebody for Brock to destroy to make himself look big, you know what I mean?
Right. Steven, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I almost didn't hear you. I thought I lost you. But next, I thought that was an awesome segment with Brock F5'ing him through the table. I just thought they could have picked somebody other than Henry. But to roll on to the next segment, the New Age Outlaws and the Usos for the tag titles. And I was not surprised to see that Jay pinned Billy Gunn after a super kick and a top rope splash to win the WWE Tag Team titles. What'd you guys think? Were you really shocked by this win?
Not at all.
I knew they had to do something in Chicago to please the fans because Punk wasn't going to come back. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I totally agree with what you just said.
Matt, are you there?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. I love the Usos. I think it's about time.
I think this is either going to be a Mania match here. The Usos and the New Age Outlaws. This feud's going to go on to Mania, in my opinion.
I think they're done. They just had their rematch last night.
So who do you put against the Usos at Mania? And you ain't going to have the Outlaws go to Mania with the titles, obviously, it looks like.
Right, no. They had the rematch on Main Event last night on the network. I don't know who won. I'm assuming it was the Usos.
I could still see it continuing. If they don't break up the Brotherhood, I could see the Brotherhood and the Usos going at it, but we'll see what happens there, too. It seems like the Brotherhood, it might not be their year because there's so many breakups going on right now, it seems like.
Right.
Another breakup it's going to be like if they do that. I'm kind of thinking I'm leaning towards the Outlaws, Brotherhood, and Usos maybe in a three-way at the Mania.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I'm thinking that'd be a good match.
That'd be alright.
Yeah.
A good undercard match. Something, at least for the tag team titles on the card. Yeah. So going on from there, you got Big E, the Intercontinental Champion, taking on Cesaro, but it wasn't for the belt. But this was kind of funny because once the bell rang, Swagger jumps in, screws Cesaro again, as he causes a DQ by attacking Big E with a Swagger bomb this time. Swagger and Cesaro argue a little bit, then Swagger walks out, and Big E hits him with a big ending. What'd you guys think of this? I think it's the demise of the Cesaro and Swagger, Real Americans pretty much. You'll see the next segment, so I'm really not for sure, but I have heard that Big E, Cesaro, and Swagger in a triple threat for the IC is in the works for Mania. I think I'd like to see that match in the undercard and throw the Shield in the undercard in a three-way for the U.S. What do you guys think?
Yeah. How many three-way matches are you going to have at WrestleMania?
It seems like a ton, but they've done it before. They've had a couple Manias where they've had more than one multiple three-way matches or more. And I even seen a rumor that they were discussing multiple, matches with more than one participant. So you never know. It's either going to be Big E against Cesaro or Swagger or all three of them in a triple threat. I can tell you that right now. The guy I see dropped from the picture would be Swagger. If they do drop him totally. But you go from the world title to not even being on the show, that's pretty bad. Or fighting for the world title last year to not even being on the show, that'd be pretty bad.
I like Swagger.
He's okay. He really hasn't done as well as what I think they.
Him.
Huh?
They've ruined him. They've Drew McIntyred him.
Yeah, well, I just never seen him being a superstar from the get-go.
Oh no, I don't think he's the main guy, but I think he's solid.
He's no Kurt Angle, and that's kind of how they tried to bill him to, and that kind of hurt him.
Yeah, Kurt Angle's come back, so they're like, all right, Swagger, you're done.
Yeah, I see that a lot. Next match was the return match of the Shield and the Wyatt family, going at it once again. What'd you guys think of this match? It was the Wyatt family winning after Bray Wyatt hit Sister Abigail on Ambrose. Now, during the middle of the match, Rollins walked out, said he couldn't be the glue that held the team together anymore. He told Roman Reigns this. That's why I'm thinking that pretty much that they're going to do the three-way match for the U.S. title at Mania.
Yep.
And Reigns is going to finally break out on his own as a star. Rollins, once again, the MVP of this match with a couple amazing spots in the match, I must point out. And I would say this is the match of the night, even though it didn't even end. Arguably.
Rollins.
Yeah, Rollins is just I'm really digging Rollins right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me and Matt talked about him last week about how he had several spots that were great in the Chamber and Mania last week, and then he comes out again and does it. So it was great. I'm digging Rollins.
He's doing what it takes to get there,
Yeah, he's pulling out some stuff that we haven't seen in a while, and he's really showing the officials backstage that he's got the fire to be one of the top guys.
Yes.
So do you guys both agree with the three-way U.S. title match almost being a solid?
Oh yeah,
on the card.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So we can move on from that. Next, it was the Renee Young interview. Once again, Renee Young back. This time to interview Batista. Asked him about Daniel Bryan. And I remember Steven was laughing about this to me on text. He said that the Yes Movement was just downright stupid. Or it was dumb. He said the Yes Movement was dumb, and Bryan will never beat guys like Batista. He says all the stuff about Daniel Bryan and the fans is just a fantasy, and at WrestleMania, he's going to be the champ, and that's something the fans is going to have to deal with, or they're just going to have to deal with it. And Matt, you said it last week, I think that deal with it should be a slogan, and I think they're going with it. I think we're going to see a t-shirt with deal with it on there.
I'll buy that shirt.
Do you agree, though? I think they're going with it.
Yeah. And I really like Batista's promo. I remember his heel run, like with his company last time.
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah, when he was doing those promos, it just seems real. Like he just goes out there.
Well,
he's
got that monotone voice that he can't really get too excited, but he can act really mean and really badass and have an arrogant attitude. So yeah, I'm digging Hill Batista way better than he started out.
Yeah, I dig it, and it seems real.
Yeah, I like Batista a lot better in the Hill role.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we can all agree that Batista had a pretty good promo there. Finally busting out of that face mode that he was in. Yeah, I just wasn't digging him as a face at all.
Oh, dude, it was brutal.
I don't think he enjoyed it either.
Yeah, arguably, he probably did not enjoy it as well.
Batista.
Yeah, Bootista. Botchtista, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, Jesus.
Whatever you want to call him. Okay, so rolling right along, the next match that I can say right now that I wish they would just do something kind of different, throw some other people in here or something, but you had Santino and Emma versus Summer Rae and Fandango again, with Emma tapping out Summer Rae to the Emma lock just like last week. What do you guys think about this? I think they just need to freshen that one up a little bit.
Make Emma champion.
It's not a...
Ever.
Emma should be the champion, I think, maybe.
Well, this was a mixed tag match, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was the mixed tag, but it just seems like every week it's something like Santino against Fandango, then you got Emma against Summer Rae, then you got a tag team match. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, I'm not even really digging the feud, let alone watching it every week with some kind of mixed up way.
Yeah, and the actual women's champion doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Emma actually would be a good match for AJ.
Yeah, she would.
She's kind of getting over with me right now.
Yeah, I mean...
It's funny. Like Matt said, it's kind of growing on me. I was totally against it at first. But the way Santino acts towards her is almost the funniest part.
He should just get with her and get it over with.
Yeah. So what do you think, Matt?
I love it. I told you before. I think it's the funniest thing they've got going.
But you don't have a problem with them fighting Summer Rae and Fandango every week.
No, they're feuding. I mean,
It looks like that's going into a Mania match, maybe a pre-show match or something.
probably.
Yeah. I don't see it making the main card, but I see something in the works there. Something's in the works. As we roll along, it was Sheamus and Christian once again. And these two guys are having a great feud. I think they're doing great. Hill Christian, I'm loving him back. Sheamus hit the brogue kick for the win in this match. So,
Yeah.
say that again, Matt.
I said, yeah, he was on the apron when he did it. I've never seen him do that before.
Yeah, he hit the brogue kick off the apron for the win. I forgot to mention that, actually, when I wrote the note down, but it did say that. What do you guys agree? Great feud right here. These guys have great chemistry in the ring. Like I said, it takes a good dance partner, and these guys are good together.
Yeah, it's good going with it right now.
Yeah, I'm really liking that feud. They can't keep doing one-on-one every week up to Mania, but I think they should have a Mania match where they go all out.
Hardcore match.
Yeah, some kind of stipulation would be nice.
Yeah,
Yep. So if you guys don't have anything to say about that, on to the next match. It was pretty much a quick match. The Bella twins took on Oksana and Alicia. Nikki Bella hit Alicia with whatever her finisher is. I just really, like we said, I really don't know about the Divas division right now. NXT has a better division than the Divas division in WWE. If you want to see real good women's wrestling, that's my opinion. What do you say, Matt?
Yeah, they're coming. Those NXT chicks are coming.
Well, I have an opinion on that here at the end of the show too when we get done here. So, moving along from that, it was Alberto Del Rio against Dolph Ziggler, who came out with the actor Aaron Paul, who's going to star in Need for Speed. Ziggler, though, finally getting a little bit of a push, maybe. He hits the zigzag for the win with help from Aaron Paul as he was dancing around the table. Del Rio, I just keep seeing him slipping farther and farther down from the guys that they like. I see Ziggler would be a star, and I really wanted to note that if he'd change his look and his name, he would be a lot better off, and I think he'd start getting over. What do you guys think?
Something needs to change.
I don't like the name, and I don't like the look.
Yeah.
He looks a lot like Billy Gunn, too, so.
Yeah, I get that, too, a little bit.
What do you think about that, Matt?
I don't agree with you at all.
You think Ziggler's fine just the way he is?
I think it's fine. I don't see what the problem is.
I think he has a lot of he looks a lot like Billy Gunn, uses the gimmick kind of even that Billy Gunn used. He uses his finisher. He has the blonde hair. I don't know, he just looks like.
I think he's more Kurt Hennig than he is Billy Gunn.
I see a little Hennig in there. But that's just my opinion. I think they should give Dolph a push.
He's a gimmick.
Where are you going to push him to, though? Who's he going to work with?
I don't know. But he needs to have a gimmick change, like Steven said, too.
Yeah,
I don't know, just make him more important than the way they've been using him lately. You know, he can't win a title, obviously. He's not in the title picture because the titles are dwindling down to nothing, you know. So, I don't know. He needs to work his way back up the card, but I still think he's a good asset, and they don't want to lose him. The next match on the night was Big E versus Swagger because they were coming back. Swagger was going to come back and defeat Big E. I guess that was the whole thing. The bell rings. Cesaro immediately hit the neutralizer for the DQ. Cesaro and Swagger have a yelling match. Swagger pushes down Cesaro. Cesaro pushes down Swagger. Cesaro was about to hit Swagger with a giant swing, but Zeb interrupted and said that they needed to be real Americans, and had Cesaro help Swagger up, and Coulter told them to hug it out, and then they looked at the crowd and put their hands on their heart and said, "We the people." I think the feud's just straight up initiated for Mania, like I said, between the three, and that's what this was, just the further on the tension between Cesaro and Swagger, and we're going to end up seeing it done by Mania.
Cage match.
Could be a cage match. And it's going to be them two in a match, or like I said, a three-way against Big E for the IC. I could see too. But like you said, how many three-way matches can you possibly have on Mania?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but did I not say that I seen Cesaro and Swagger coming for a pay-per-view match? Yep. So, and I think it's going to happen. But I think Cesaro needs to win the belt or something like that before they go in. Would be nice. You guys have any more to say about that? I think we talked about them already. After that, Cena came out. he plugged Chicago fans for being loud and honest, and said he had given the last 12 years of his life to the WWE. He started in 2002, and he's doing the same thing now that he did then. The Wyatts interrupted with a promo, pretty much saying that he's going to put Cena down and take everything that Cena has away from him. This could actually end up being a really good feud in a match. I don't know, though, so far. I really don't get the feud. What do you guys think?
I don't get the feud either.
I don't know why he wants to go after Cena, other than if he wants to be the top guy in the company, but I didn't know Daniel Bryan was that type of guy that wants to be like the top guy in the company already. Like, he wants to take Cena out and be the champion, unless they're looking at Wyatt to be the world champion. But I just don't see it. What do you think, Matt?
I'm confused. I don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't see the point of the feud between Cena and Wyatt.
I think it's pretty interesting. Cena has been saying that all these new cats that are coming up are going to have to go through him. Bray Wyatt took that challenge, and
so you're saying Bray Wyatt is the young guy that's stepping up and taking the challenge, then?
Yeah.
Okay, I can kind of get your point there. You understand that, Steven? Did you hear that?
Yeah, but it's still just a pointless. Like, there's no what are they pissed at Cena for? Like,
I don't know what. Just because Cena's out there claiming that the young guys have to go through him. That's the way they started the feud. I just don't know why. They've had that Cena-Wyatt match in the works now for a long time. I think since we started the first show, I might have mentioned that Bray Wyatt and Cena was the match they were talking about. I'm going to have to go check that out. That's been 7 weeks ago now, so.
Probably because Cena said he wants to work with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, probably. And then you just got to put Cena and Wyatt on the card, too. So.
Why not?
You know, I think it'll be a good match.
I think it's going to be really good.
So.
I think the build to the match is going to be really good, too.
The build up to the match should be great with Wyatt, and Cena is a great talker, too. So 2 great talkers right there. How they're going to...
We're not going to get silly Cena. We're not going to get poop joke Cena because he's got an actual...
Yeah, he's got to be serious. And how's Harper and Rowan may get thrown into that tag title match and have a 4-way tag turmoil match maybe. Because I don't see where they're going to fit in other than if they stay off the card period and just be Wyatt's sidekick and help him win the match against Cena or something.
Luke Harper's too good to just not do anything with him, though.
Yeah, they're a pretty good tag team to not do anything with, really. So I can see that 4-way tag team turmoil match happening. But like I said, I mean, I don't know how many. When we get down to it, we'll figure in how many 3-way matches you think they could possibly be leaning towards. But right now, it seems like they could be leaning towards at least 3. So after that, it was the main event of the night. It was Daniel Bryan against Batista. I thought it was a heck of a way to end the show, if you guys agree with me. But Batista was in control before the commercial break. When it came back, Bryan was getting in a lot of offense, but Batista ended up tossing him into the steel steps, and then Orton showed up, and he tossed him towards Orton. Orton ended up getting inside the ring, and he got hit by a running knee from Daniel Bryan, who was pretty much doing well. He beat down. Kane showed up, and he took him out as well. But that was before Batista hit him with the spear. So once Batista hit him with the spear, Triple H tried to break up Kane and Daniel Bryan, who were like fighting around. And Bryan kicked Triple H in the face during this little altercation. And after that, Bryan got hit by a Batista bomb from Batista. And then Triple H picked him up and hit a pedigree on him. So there's a little evolution ties going on right there with Orton, Batista, and Triple H. And then after that, the show goes off the air with Stephanie doing the yes chant. And I thought this was a great ending. A great way to build up that match and get this thing really sparked up.
I felt like when Triple H hit Daniel Bryan, like when he was getting ready for that pedigree, a little bit of me thought that Punk was going to come out. Not going to lie.
I was hoping that he'd show up, but I thought by that point in time of the show that he was not coming out. I just had the feeling, so I can't agree with you on that. I figured once they did the spoiler at the beginning and he didn't come out that it was over. But yeah.
It wouldn't have been the first time that they see somebody's appearance and they didn't show up until the end of the night.
Right. Oh, it wouldn't have been the first time, but I just didn't see that happening after that whole deal there, because that was a hell of a way to end the match. But I would have loved to seen Punk come out, but that pretty much did it there for Monday Night Raw. What did you guys think of Raw overall? I thought it was a hell of a show, really. Despite...
One of the best in a long while.
Yeah, they had a strong Raw, you know, and not getting Taker, which was kind of advertised to show up, but he did not really advertised, but rumored to show up, and then not getting CM Punk, who was rumored to show up, was the only disappointments that I had with it. But other than that, I thought the show was good overall because they had to make up for those two facts, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Matt?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good show.
Okay. Some other notes before I went off the air. They inducted Paul Bearer, fittingly so, into the Hall of Fame. Matt, I think you picked him out like in the first or second show where we were doing our Hall of Fame picks, that he would go in this year. I'm glad to see him go in. It was sad to see him pass away and not be able to be at Taker's last match. I really still wish he was around to be at Taker's final match, you know.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
It would have been great.
Yeah.
Taker grew some hair back too. That would have been even better. But he ain't growing any hair back. Yeah. Oh yes, hey Undertaker, Paul Bearer.
White face.
So far we got Warrior, Jake the Snake, Paul Bearer, Lita, all in there, right? Yeah, give a shout out to Jake the Snake, who's recovering from surgery on some cancer that they found in him too, I think, and I think he's recovering from that. I hope he's able to show up at Mania by the time it comes around. I don't know if you guys have heard that or not, so hopefully he gets well soon. I also saw a note that a possible cruiserweight show for the network may be in the works.
Huh.
Yes, as well as NXT could be considered a throwback alternative to the old school days of pro wrestling, is what Triple H is saying now. And says for the guys not to even be worried if they're not called up to the main roster, because pretty soon they're going to be showcased on NXT anyway, since they want to make it an alternative product. I'm thinking NXT is going to be like their version of ROH.
It's like their territory.
So yeah, it's going to be like their own little territory, but it's actually going to be an alternative instead of a territory. So it's going to be like a whole different kind of its own entity. So that's cool. That's cool. So that pretty much wraps up all the news that I had for this week. I don't know about you guys.
I'm good.
If you had anything to add to it.
Induct Oz.
Induct Oz. I would love to see Oz get inducted, like we said. Vinny Vegas, Oz, Diamond Stud, the whole Diamond Exchange, even DDP, throw him in there. Get the Diamond Dolls out there. Get them in there. No, but my final thought is I can't wait for Raw. Taker, Hogan, both scheduled to appear next Monday. If you guys haven't heard.
Yeah.
Where are they? You know?
I can't remember. Maybe Minnesota. I can't remember off the top of my head. Don't take my word for it. Minneapolis, maybe.
Minneapolis?
Something like that. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm probably wrong. But I can't wait to see Taker again, and hopefully he gets into some kind of action. I don't know what Hogan's going to do. It's just always fun to see Hogan out there, the old Mickey Mouse of the WWE. But that's my final thought. I'm going to say peace out till next week. Matt Shadis, Steven Lane, along with me here. I think they're going to say peace out too. Thanks for calling in once again, guys. Have a great week. Till next week.
Yeah.
And thanks for listening, everybody. Peace out.
Yep.